Abjure. To promise publicly that you will give up or reject a belief or a way of behaving. She had to abjure her former beliefs to become a member of the new religion. Abrogate. To officially end a law, an agreement, etc. The government decided to abrogate the outdated law to ensure equality for all. Abstemious. Not allowing yourself to have much food or alcohol. He was an abstemious eater, avoiding all foods that contained sugar or fats. Acumen. The ability to understand and decide things quickly and well. Her acumen in business allowed her to turn the struggling company around. Antebellum. Connected with the years before a war, especially the American Civil War. The antebellum era is a significant period in American history. Auspicious. Showing signs that something is likely to be successful in the future. The auspicious weather forecast predicted clear skies and sunshine for the wedding day. Belie. To give a false impression of somebody or something. His kind and gentle demeanor can belie his true strength and power. Bellicose. Having or showing a desire to argue or fight. The bellicose leader declared war against his neighboring country. Bowdlerize. To remove the parts of a book, play, etc. that you think are likely to shock or offend people. The TV station decided to Bowdlerize the movie to make it suitable for family viewing. Chicanery. The use of complicated plans in order to trick people. The politician's chicanery during the election campaign ultimately cost him his seat. Chromosome. One of the very small structures like thin strings in the nuclei of animal and plant cells. The human body has 23 pairs of chromosomes, each containing thousands of genes. Churlish. Rude or very unpleasant. Her churlish behavior was unwelcome at the dinner party. Circumlocution. The use of more words than are necessary. He used circumlocution to avoid giving a direct answer to the question. Circumnavigate. To sail all the way around something, especially all the way around the world. Magellan was the first person to circumnavigate the globe. Deciduous. Of a tree, bush, etc., that loses its leaves every year. The deciduous trees lost their leaves in the fall. Deleterious. Harmful and damaging. Smoking has many deleterious effects on a person's health. Diffident. Not having much confidence in yourself. He was diffident and lacked confidence in his abilities. Enervate. To make somebody feel weak and tired. The long hours of work can enervate even the most energetic person. Enfranchise. To give somebody the right to vote in an election. Women fought for years to be enfranchised and gain the right to vote. Epiphany. A sudden and surprising moment of understanding. She had an epiphany when she realized she had been living her life the wrong way. Equinox. One of the 2 times in the year when day and night are of equal length. The equinox marks the start of spring and fall when day and night are almost equal in length. Euro. The unit of money of some countries of the European Union. He changed his euro to dollars at the bank before traveling to the United States. Evanescent. Disappearing quickly from sight or memory. Talk is evanescent, writing lasts forever. Expurgate. To leave out parts of a piece of writing or a conversation when printing or reporting it. The book editor decided to expurgate the novel to remove all explicit content. Facetious. Trying to appear funny and clever at a time when other people do not think it is appropriate. His facetious comments during the meeting did not help the situation. Fatuous. Stupid. The fatuous idea that money buys happiness is simply not true. Feckless. Having a weak character, not behaving in a responsible way. His feckless approach to life led to his downfall. Fiduciary. A person or company that controls other people's money or property. The fiduciary had a legal obligation to act in the best interests of his clients. Filibuster. A long speech made in a parliament in order to delay or prevent a vote. The senator used a filibuster to prevent a vote on the bill. Gamete. A male or female cell that joins with a cell of the opposite sex to form a zygote. Sperm is a type of gamete that combines with an egg to create a zygote. Gauche. Shy or uncomfortable when dealing with people and often saying or doing the wrong thing. His gauche behavior made him the target of ridicule. Gerrymander. To change the size and borders of an area for voting in order to give an unfair advantage to one party in an election. The city had been gerrymandered so that the politician retained control. Hegemony. Especially of countries, the position of being the most powerful and therefore able to control others. The country's hegemony in the region allowed it to exert significant influence. Hemoglobin. A red substance in the blood that carries oxygen and contains iron. Hemoglobin is a protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen to the body's tissues. Homogeneous. Consisting of things or people that are all the same or all of the same type. The homogeneous population shared similar cultural values and beliefs. Hubris. The fact of being too proud. His hubris prevented him from recognizing his mistakes and learning from them. Hypotenuse. The side opposite the right angle of a right-angled triangle. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is always opposite the right angle. Impeach. To charge an important public figure with a serious crime. The opposition party tried to impeach the president for his alleged misconduct. Incognito. In a way that prevents other people from finding out who you are. She went incognito to avoid being recognized by the paparazzi. Incontrovertible. That is true and cannot be disagreed with or denied. The evidence presented in court was incontrovertible and led to a guilty verdict. Inculcate. To cause somebody to learn and remember ideas, moral principles, etc. Parents should try to inculcate good values and behavior in their children. Infrastructure. The basic systems and services that are necessary for a country to run smoothly. The country's infrastructure needs significant investment to support its growing population. Interpolate. To make a remark that interrupts a conversation. Excuse me, he interpolated. Irony. The funny or strange aspect of a situation that is very different from what you expect. The irony is that his mistake will actually improve the team's situation. Jejune. Too simple. The jejune plot of the movie left her feeling disappointed. Kinetic. Involving or producing movement. The kinetic energy of the ball increased as it rolled down the hill. Kowtow. To show somebody in authority too much respect and be too willing to obey them. He decided to kowtow to his boss's demands to keep his job. Laissez-faire. The policy of allowing private businesses to develop without government control. The laissez-faire approach to business allows companies to operate with minimal government intervention. Lexicon. All the words and phrases used in a particular language or subject. The online dictionary has a vast lexicon of words and definitions. Loquacious. Talking a lot. He was a loquacious speaker, often going off on tangents during his presentations. Lugubrious. Sad and serious. The lugubrious music added to the somber mood of the funeral. Metamorphosis. A process in which somebody or something changes completely into something different. The metamorphosis from caterpillar to butterfly is a remarkable transformation. Mitosis. The usual process by which cells divide. During mitosis, a cell divides into two identical daughter cells. Moiety. A half of something. Each moiety of the land was sold to different buyers. Nanotechnology. The branch of technology that deals with structures that are less than 100 nanometers long. Nanotechnology allows us to manipulate materials on a molecular scale. Nihilism. The belief that life has no meaning or purpose. Nihilism can be a depressing philosophy to embrace. Nomenclature. A system of naming things, especially in a branch of science. The nomenclature for this chemical compound is quite complex. Non-sectarian. Not involving or connected with a particular religion or religious group. The school was non-sectarian, welcoming students of all faiths. Notarize. If a document is notarized, it is given legal status by a notary. I need to notarize this document before it can be considered official. Obsequious. Trying too hard to please somebody, especially somebody who is important. The obsequious waiter was always eager to please the customers. Oligarchy. A form of government in which only a small group of people hold all the power. The oligarchy in ancient Greece was made up of the wealthiest citizens. Omnipotent. Having total power, able to do anything. An omnipotent being is one who has unlimited power and control. Orthography. The system of spelling in a language. Orthography refers to the correct spelling and writing of words. Oxidize. To remove one or more electrons from a substance. Iron will oxidize when exposed to air and water. Parable. A short story that teaches a moral or spiritual lesson. The teacher used a parable about the tortoise and the hare to show the importance of perseverance. Paradigm. A typical example or pattern of something. The new discovery changed the scientific paradigm in the field. Parameter. Something that decides or limits the way in which something can be done. The parameter for this experiment is set at a certain temperature range. Pecuniary. Relating to, or connected with money. The company was fined for engaging in pecuniary misconduct. Photosynthesis. The process by which green plants turn carbon dioxide and water into food. Plants use photosynthesis to convert sunlight into energy. Plagiarize. To copy another person's ideas, words, or work and pretend that they are your own. The student was caught trying to plagiarize their essay. Plasma. The clear liquid part of blood, in which the blood cells, etc., float. Plasma is also used in medical treatments to help with blood clotting. Polymer. A substance consisting of large molecules that are made from combinations of small simple molecules. Many polymers, such as nylon, are artificial. Precipitous. Very steep, high, and often dangerous. The cliff was so precipitous that it was dangerous to climb. Quasar. A large object like a star that is far away and that shines very brightly. Quasars emit intense radiation, making them visible across vast distances. Quotidian. Ordinary, typical of what happens every day. Her daily routine was quite quotidian, involving the same tasks every day. Recapitulate. To repeat or give a summary of what has already been said, decided, etc. The professor asked the student to recapitulate the main points of the lecture. Reciprocal. Involving two people or groups who agree to help each other or behave in the same way to each other. She believed in the reciprocal nature of love, that it should be given and received equally. Reparation. The act of giving something to somebody in order to show that you are sorry that you have caused them to suffer. The company made a reparation to its customers for the faulty product. Respiration. The act of breathing. Respiration is the process by which living organisms take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Sanguine. Cheerful and confident about the future. Despite the setback, she remains sanguine and optimistic about the future. Soliloquy. A speech in a play in which a character, who is alone on the stage, speaks his or her thoughts. In his soliloquy, the character revealed his innermost thoughts and feelings. Subjugate. To defeat somebody or something, to gain control over somebody or something. The invading army sought to subjugate the people and take control of the land. Suffragist. A person who campaigns for a group of people who do not have the right to vote in elections. The suffragist movement fought for women's right to vote. Supercilious. Behaving towards other people as if you think you are better than them. His supercilious attitude made it difficult for others to work with him. Taut. Stretched tightly. The rope was pulled taut to secure the boat to the dock. Taxonomy. The scientific process of classifying things. The taxonomy of plants and animals is constantly evolving as new species are discovered. Tectonic. Relating to the structure of the Earth's surface. Tectonic plates are large slabs of rock that make up the Earth's surface. Tempestuous. Full of extreme emotions. The stormy weather created a tempestuous sea that was difficult to navigate. Thermodynamics. The science that deals with the relations between heat and other forms of energy. Thermodynamics is the study of energy and its transformations. Totalitarian, in which there is only one political party which has complete power and control over the people. A totalitarian regime has complete control over all aspects of its citizens' lives. Unctuous, giving praise in a way that is not sincere and that is therefore unpleasant. His unctuous behavior made it clear he was only interested in making a sale. Usurp, to take somebody's position or power without having the right to do this. The military coup attempted to usurp the government and take control of the country. Vacuous, showing no sign of intelligence or sensitive feelings. Her vacuous expression made it clear she wasn't paying attention. Vehement, showing very strong feelings, especially anger. She spoke with such vehement passion that it was impossible to ignore her. Vortex, a mass of air, water, etc., that turns round and round very fast and pulls things into its center. The whirlpool created by the water draining from the tub resembled a vortex. Waver, to be or become weak or unsteady. Her determination never wavered. Wrought, caused something to happen, especially a change. This century wrought major changes in our society. Xenophobia, a strong feeling of dislike or fear of people from other countries. Many immigrants face xenophobia when they try to integrate into a new society. Yearn, to want something very much, especially when it is very difficult to get. She yearned for children of her own. Ziggurat, a tower with steps going up the sides, sometimes with a temple at the top. The ancient ziggurat was a towering pyramid-shaped structure used for religious ceremonies.